How do you determine what items to buy? Welcome to Matt's Profit Pursuit. I'm Matt. I'm a part-time reseller. I do it about 10 hours a week. I source at the Goodwill bins and I sell on eBay. I make what sold videos so you know what's selling right now on eBay, and I break down those sales so you see exactly how much can be made after cost of goods, fees, taxes, and shipping are taken out. I got 11 orders going out today, so let's talk about why you should source an item, and let's see how many of these items actually fit within those categories. The first reason that gets pushed a lot is the sell-through rate. How many items are listed, how many have sold. Figure it out from there. Question: if there's 100 items listed and 100 have sold, is it 100% sell-through rate, or is it 50% because there was 200 items total and half of them have sold? Let me know down below. Either way, you want the sold items to be at least half, give or take, of what the listed items are. Second is profit, right? How much can you make after cost of goods, shipping, taxes, and fees are taken out? That's pretty simple. Another good thing to look at is how hard is it to list and ship this item. Some items are 2 pictures, some are 20 pictures, some are big and bulky, hard to ship, things like that. Something to keep in mind. Got a few more items that I don't hear talked about very often. In this next one, instead of just the sell-through rate, what's the frequency of sales? Let's say there's 2 listed and 2 have sold, but they sold 3 months ago. What's the frequency of the sales? Are they still selling right now? Or is it dead? And it may be seasonal, and that happens too. And then storage. How much storage do you actually have for this item? Does it fit with your storage and how you're storing things with your SKU system? Does it actually work? And the next one is, how frequent are you sourcing? If you only source once a month, you kind of got to pick up anything you can to list items. If you're sourcing every day, you can be more specific and more picky about what you're picking. picking. And this last one, I'm guilty of it all the time, and it kind of throws all the rest out the window, is if the item is cool. If it's something cool and it's something I like and I want to list it and sell it, I'm going to do it no matter what. So now let's check out these sales and see what category these fall into. Sold this bat, a Rawlings Raptor Drop 11 Youth baseball bat. I paid $1.50 for this bat and it sold for $19.90 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $35.70 minus $2.80 for the sales tax, $4.71 for the transaction fee, and $10.94 for the shipping label. That leaves me with $17.25. I've had this for a while, so I don't think it's something I would pick up again. Let's see, sell-through rate wasn't good. It's taken me at least 1.5 years, probably 2 years to sell this. Profit, I may have paid $2 for it, so the profit was okay, not the best. It's not too hard to list and ship. I have boxes for this already, so it's not a big deal for me. Same with storage, not that big of a deal. And my sourcing frequency is getting higher now, so I wouldn't, and this isn't an item that's cool to me, I wouldn't pick this up unless it was selling for $40. So this is not something I would pick up again. This North Face hoodie, it's a youth size. I paid $1.80 for this sweatshirt and it sold for $14 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $21.08 minus $1.38 for the sales tax, $2.90 for the transaction fee, and $9.17 for the shipping label. That leaves me with $7.63. Sell-through rate's pretty good on North Face. Profit, I probably paid $1. It's not too hard to list. I like to batch things up, so if I'm listing pants, I'll do a whole stack of pants. That way I'm kind of on my game of my measurements. Same with sweatshirts or shirts or whatever it is. Storage as a whole on all of these items actually isn't going to be a big deal for me. I got a storage unit and I have a bunch of racks here in my garage. But is this item cool? No, just a bread and butter sale, but easy to list, easy to ship. Same thing with this shirt. Now this shirt I think is a little bit cooler than that. Just because it's like a car, it's an automotive thing. This is a shirt for LKQ wheels. I don't really know what those are, but I figured somebody who's a car guy would want this. I paid 80 cents for this shirt and it sold for $12 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $18.57 minus 72 cents for the sales tax, $2.59 for the transaction fee, and $5.33 for the shipping label. That leaves me with $9.93. but kind of the same things apply with clothing in general. It's kind of cool. There was no sold comps, no sell-through, no nothing on this. It's kind of unique in the sense of a lot of people may not be looking for this online, but I figured somebody who's a car guy would definitely want it, so I picked it up. Not a high-priced item, more bread and butter. And another one. I actually bought these for my son, but they didn't fit him quite right. These regular pants. I did not buy these with the intention to sell them, so I did not look up comps before purchasing. I paid $1.40 for them, and they sold for $7 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $13.33, minus $1.18 for the sales tax, $1.95 for the transaction fee, and $6.60 for the shipping label. That leaves me with $3.60. Easy to list, easy to ship, but not high dollar. Not very cool. These Asics, not very cool, easy to list, easy to ship, and a decent profit on them. I paid $1.82 for these shoes, and they sold for $24.99 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $41.39, minus $1.50 for the sales tax, $5.41 for the transaction fee, and $9.88 for the shipping label. That leaves me with $24.60. Carhartt flannel, just bread and butter. Okay profit, easy enough to list and ship. Nothing special. I paid 80 cents for this flannel, and it sold for $13.59 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $20.68, minus $1.84 for the sales tax, $2.85 for the transaction fee, and $5.33 for the shipping label. That leaves me with $10.66. Nike Vapor cleats. I paid $1.50 for these cleats, and they sold for $17 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $27.56, minus $2.16 for the sales tax, $3.70 for the transaction fee, and $8.30 for the shipping label. That leaves me with $13.40. Easy to list, easy to ship, not the best profit, not very cool, nothing exciting. These UGG boots, Uggs have a good sell-through. This model is different, I don't see this one often. These are men's UGG boots. I paid $3.45 for them, and they sold for $22.05 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $44.49, minus $3.49 for the sales tax, $5.79 for the transaction fee, and $15.02 for the shipping label. That leaves me with $20.19. Decent profit, easy to list, easy to ship. These are kind of cool. I like selling skate shoes and skateboarding stuff in general. So these Vans are pretty cool. If they were my size, I probably would have kept them. I paid $2.85 for these shoes, and they sold for $19.94 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $32.47, minus $2.98 for the sales tax, $4.31 for the transaction fee, and $7.73 for the shipping label. That leaves me with $17.45. Easy to list, easy to ship. Cool shoes. This patch is actually my design. The GAF meter, G-A-F meter, has ran low. The give a what meter has ran low. So I think this is cool. These are like morale patches that I had made up. They have the hook and loop on it, so you can, if you already have the piece on your bag or whatever, you can have it on there, or you can stitch this part to something and then add the patch on there. I get these made in bulk, and I pay $1 each for them, and this one sold for $6.99 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $12.53, minus 54 cents for the sales tax, $1.85 for the transaction fee, and $3.75 for the shipping label. That leaves me with $6.39. And then this is a vintage Nike Y2K style hoodie, like a fleece kind of material. I paid $2.30 for this hoodie, and it sold for $45 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $63.33, minus $3.43 for the sales tax, $8.12 for the transaction fee, and $9.47 for the shipping label. That leaves me with $42.31. So Y2K items, the sell-through is really good on these right now, and the frequency of sales. Good profit on this item for sure. Easy to list, easy to ship. You know, for the most part, you fold it up, put it in a poly mailer, and you're good to go. and it's cool. If you're just getting started out and you don't have a lot of storage space, I definitely would focus in on items that have a really good sell-through rate for sure. Once you get going on thrifting, start at home, things you can sell, but as you go thrifting, focus on the high sell-through rate and the frequent sellers to get your store going. Even if it's not the highest profit at first, just get items going, get some feedback, and build from there. So now let's break down the sales and see how much I really made, and let me know in the comments below if I made any sense of what I'm talking about. My total sales for those items was $202.46. After fees, I'm left with $173.41. Take away the cost of goods, which was $20.95. That leaves me with $152.49. Take away 25% for taxes, which is $38.12. And that leaves me with a total of $114.37 for my initial investment of $20.92. That's it for me today. I hope everyone's weekend went well. Mine was pretty good. My wife was hosting a baby shower, so I took a few boys and went and saw the Ninja Turtles movie. It's fun to go to the movies, but I really didn't like that movie very much. And then today, myself and my 2 daughters went and did a mud run. That was fun. It's been a while. I gotta get back into shape and working out again, so that was a good kind of kickoff point. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you like videos like this where I break down each sale, please subscribe to see more. Thanks for watching. God bless. Peace.